Excellent, good. Oh, let me just faffle around, excuse me, while I just grab the bits that are on the floor that I might just need. There we are, and then we'll wait and see who comes in. Right, let us fiddle faddle with this and find the right person. Excellent, I've found that. It's always a good start. Cool. Right, let's just pop that there. Pop that there. Stick that over there. Pop that over there. Let's tuck that one out of the way for the moment. I don't think we need those sitting in the way. So I can go over there. That can go over there. Do need that. Do need that. Excellent. You see, just while I chunner along to myself in the background. Actually, let's pop that up there. Oh. Hi Blanche, good afternoon. Oh, good morning probably for you, isn't it, my darling? I think it's probably the morning for you. Eek, right. Eeny, miny, miny. Well, we've had a morning of chaos because the heating failed in the house. Well, it didn't fail. We had a boiler leak. So we've had to have the boiler out, and so the house is freezing. And we've had no hot water, none of which is good options, really, is it? Hey ho, let me just see if we can get this up a little bit higher. Hopefully that will then have you more in view. Hey, excellent. Hi Sue, welcome my darling, welcome. So, good afternoon, Sylvia. Welcome. So, because I didn't want to be here for Uber hours today, finishing off everything, I have done some of the other pages. And then I did buy the 8x8 paper pad. But we have done some prep, and we're just going to, so I've got some bits, and as ever. So the canvas album had fabric pages and plastic pages, so I've done some of those. So we're going to do some of those. I'm actually just going to go and grab the cover because I want to add some paint to the inside of that. There we are. So yes, we've had a day of chaos. So if I get some of the paint on here first, then that might help, and then we'll go over to the plastic inserts that come with it whilst we carry on. So this is a little bit of a recap in terms of the fabric pages from last time. So let's just grab. There we are. So I'm using the creamy acrylics from Pantart, that's hazelnut brown, and we're going to do this. So as I say, I'm just going to, so this will be a little bit of a challenge because it's not an even surface underneath, because it's just all a bit wobbly. There we are. Let's just move that over, pop that into there. Let's just grab some of that into there. So I've not got masses of ink on my dauber, so that'll just add a bit of interest into there. And let's just turn that one that way round for the back, because why not? Let's just shovel that some into there, and then we can get the fabric bit, or this bit of the fabric, drying. And there we are. That will work for those for the time being. We'll pop that over, well, on the ground floor level where the heater is, because I've had to have the heater on today because it's freezing. So there we are. And of course there's two sides to everything, so let's just do this away. There we are. We can get that into there. We'll do something a little bit along that spine just to add a little bit of interest into there. There we are. We'll have two going that way. Let's just flick that round. There we are. So yeah, whoops, she says, smudging everything. Doesn't have to be all uber perfection. There we are. That can go onto there. Let's just do the reverse side of that. So I've got deliberately turning this the opposite way round so that I've got different sizes to it. Hello Kay, welcome. Hello Rima, welcome, welcome. Good afternoon Anya. Hello Liz. So, yeah, so hopefully by the time I come off the live, the boiler will be fixed and the house might vaguely be warm. That would be a joy. There we are. Okay, so let's just pop those onto there. That can go in there. I'm going to leave the other sides of those and we'll do those later on once that's had a chance to dry. Otherwise we'll have an icky sticky mucky mess, and an icky sticky mucky mess is not what we need. Be a look, but it's not what we're aiming for. Yeah, let's just fish that out onto there. Let's pop that there so we can be not as, ours has been on ages, Dee, but it's definitely cold. It was not the day for the heating to decide to fail. So let's just get what we can off here onto that paper towel, not onto your hands at the same time. There we are. So I don't know how many of you might have bought, but Prima had, when Diane Reevely and Finnabear were over on an Audi Funk channel, had canvas albums or journal covers, and that's what I didn't buy mine then. It's been in my stash a lot longer than that. But if you've got them, this is just a thought that it might help for using them. And it just gives, the fabric just adds another set of textures to it. Right, let us remove that one. Eeny, meeny, miny. Leave me next to fan heater. And before I waste that ink, let's just add some detailing with the other stencil that we had. And of course, did I put that in there? Of course I did. Why would we not be sensible? So there we are. Let's just shove that over there. We'll add some of that swirly bit of pattern over there. That one can go on the floor. We'll add our shadows later on. So we've got 3 of these too. And of course you can turn your stencils backwards, front, either which side, or just change them so that they're landscape instead of portrait, and you'll get a different effect, which is also just cool, I think. Let's just add a little bit more into there. A little bit more extra detail around those edges. That can go there. And let's just use that, you see, and I've got ink onto there. So hey-ho. But that's okay. We can deal with that. Because why wouldn't you? There we are. So sometimes it's just nice to do something that's just a little bit different, and to show that you can keep your style or the things that you want, but you can use just a different surface. Excellent. Good. Well, that one clearly moved, but hey ho, we'll not be worried about that. Let's just get this one cleaned. She says, aha, there it is. There it is. There we are. And now we can grab that. And then we're going to go over to paper crafting. Back to the paper crafting and the plastic pockets. But I'm hoping that we won't spend so many hours live today. Don't think Liz is planning on a live, so I'm not going to be worried about bumping into her. Hubby's going to cook tea, so that's always good. There we go. Right, excellent. Let's just get what we can off that. That can go down. We'll need both of those. I don't know why I threw that miles over there, because we will need those for later on. So let me just retrieve it now, whilst the going is good. Right, let's pop those on the back of there. Well, let's just shove them on the top of there. That will work. Okay, so in the album are some plastic pockets, which obviously you can tuck all sorts of ephemera and pieces into. Yeah, that will work fine. But equally, sometimes it's, you know, you can pop pieces of card in them. So these are cut to approximately 6.5 by 6.5, maybe a little bit longer than that. Anyway, either which way, they're going to go into there. And I've got 2 of these left because I've already done the other pages, so that's fine. And we've done a bit of cutting and matting already, because again we didn't need to be here till the cows come home. And then we're going to revert to, so I've done these in pairs, all upright, all there, and you're thinking that's never going to fit on there. There we are. So that's clearly that way. There we are. And that's clearly very small, so that can go over there, I think. Should we do it that side? The reason for me fiddling will become clear, ladies. No, this is over. Okay, okay. Okay. So this is all cool, isn't it? So I have a text stamp. So we're going to do these in pairs. You could do the the fronts and backs of these. So if you want to, let's just get this text stamp. So I'm using Vintage Photo. It's one of my go-to colours. I love it. And we'll just add some of that. We might swap at that point to the archival, because that's looking very faint. There we are. Matter for double stamping. So we're just going to add some interest to these mats. There we are. Okay. So let's just pop that over there, that over there, that can go there, that can go there, that can go there. Hey, I like it when a plant comes together. Right. So, well, that's, yeah. So we're just going to, I'm not scuffling my edges today. The interest is actually going to go on the front of the plastic, because obviously if you add lots of interest onto your pieces like this, then the problem will be you can't then fit them into the plastic cover. But I like things still to be quite interesting, So there we are. Let's just pop that over that side, I think, and then we're going to pop that. We're going to pop that over there. Okay, so those can be glued into place. Let's see if my paper glue, which dries clear, is going to behave today. I've got a black screen with comment. Oh dear, Joe, maybe try going out and coming back in, because I haven't got a black screen today. It does sometimes happen, doesn't it? I think, yeah. And as for what's going to happen with Streamyard on Tuesday, I have no idea, because they've apparently updated, and there's a couple of groups that I've tried to watch where normally they can see exactly who's watching, who have then had problems. There we are. So this is 4.5 inches wide, and that is 6.5 inches. By doing this, it just allows me to maximise the use of my papers, and you really don't need to have the whole thing matted and covered. I know you'll normally see me put a base layer down where everything is absolutely all covered. Here we are. I'll pop that there. That will work quite nicely. So we're going to pop those over to the side, and then I want some a couple of photo mats. So this is an A5 piece of white watercolour card, and I am just literally going to chop it in half at 10.5 centimetres, which will give me a photo mat for each side. You could cut these or space to right, depending on what you want to do. So my plan is one of them is going to go that way onto there, and that one is going to go up there. So you just need to think about those positionings when you're adding your extra sets of details in. So there we are. Let's just swap that. So we're going to go into that corner with that one. We're going to add some white linen distress ink. This is from Carmen collection. It's a little lacy stamp. There we are. Just add some extra details into there, and then we've got a little roses stamp. So pop that into there. So we're just going to add some details in. There we are. There we are. And then we can. So there's going to be quite a lot of rinse and repeat today. Oh, it's a pain, isn't it, when it does that? Absolute pain when it does that. Now at this point we've got options, okay? We can glue the whole thing down completely, or we can just glue it down there we are. There we are. Don't know what for those of you that missed the start of it, my boiler's failed this morning with a big leak, and I can hear the gas engineer talking to my husband. Slightly worrisome feature, I feel. That might be slightly expensive coming on. Hopefully not. There we are. There we are. We're missing something. Something has got disconnected somewhere on the line in the house. That'll be the hive. It's meant to tell people when there's a problem with the boiler, and it clearly didn't. It's meant to automatically connect them. There we are. Excellent. These things are all sortable, I feel. There we are. And now I'm going to sneeze. I do apologise. Oh dear, oh dear. Right. Excellent, excellent. Right, so that one can go up there. But we might want to add some little extra bits to this. So let's just do a little bit, oh, excuse me, of shenaniganing, because we've got lots of bits here. Lots of it. So let's just quick off this little lot. Pop that, thank you. There we are. And then let's think about what we're going to add. Because we can add some extra bits into here before we, yeah. I think I'm going to tuck that under there, but I obviously don't need to use the whole of that to tuck that underneath there. So let's just chop that, give it a little haircut, because why not? Why not indeed? And then we can pop this into here. Looks like lots of people might be struggling today for whatever reason, so that can go over there. That will work quite nicely. There we are. It's just going to add just a little bit of interest. Doesn't need much on this layer, and I don't want it bulky, remember, because of having to pop it into a plastic pocket. But I have a plan, because it won't be boring long term. There we are. And that can go there. Okay. So, let's take one of our plastic pockets. That will go in. Let's just mop up that glue that's splurged out, because otherwise it will stick to the plastic pocket. There we are. Plastic pocket that comes, page that comes in with the journal. And that one can go there. And we're going to decorate the outside of here. And then we're going to do the next pages, and the embellishments on here can have dried before we turn it round. Okay, so remembering that last time I used my lace, I used my rub-ons, and I used my ephemera. So what have we got? We've got some lace. There is the red liner tape. So let me think where I want to pop this. Now the headache for here is going to be keeping these free. So I think I'm just going to add a piece of lace. There we are. Let's just move you back in. That can go from there to there. I do have a nice pair of fabric scissors out for my lace. So let's take that, and then let's just add a little piece of lace onto there. And find a nice sharp pair of scissors for the lace. Okay, okay. Third time may be lucky, possibly maybe. There we are. Excellent. Okay. I don't know what's happening because I think everyone else can see what's going on, which is a pity if you can't see it. So there we are. So these come, I've got a pack of ephemera and a pack of and the images cut from the pad of paper. So let me think. Let's see. I think we will add a little snippet of this, but I don't want the whole of this. So let's just chop across there. There we are. Let's give this a little bit. I don't know what to say, Joan, but I suspect you might not be the only person struggling. There we are. Don't need all of that, so let's just pop that onto there. And I'm deliberately using red liner tape today because I've got a slick surface, and it's just going to be much easier to glue it down with a slick surface. There we are. Let's take the liner set backing off that. There we are. Pop that onto there. And there we are. I think that will work just nicely. Just a little bit of extra onto there. I am going to use some glue at this point because I have got some paper to stick it onto. Oh, she says that wasn't really what she wanted to do. There we are. Pop that there. Pop that there. It will glue down. There we are. Let's pop that onto there. Let's just give that a little mop. You can see that it's a slick surface, and that's fine. It will eventually grab. It will just take a little bit longer for the glue to grab on that surface. So just because you have a slick surface doesn't mean that you can't use your paper craft pieces. So let me think. Yeah. So we've got a little bit of one of the resin pieces that I created the other week. That can go onto there. I'm using pin flare because it just makes life easy. And let's just grab words. Do I want one? There we are. And we've got simply the best. There we are. There we are. Let's just do simply the best onto there. And actually, because I've used pin flare, I should be able to just carry on and do the opposite side. Okay. So I now have this piece, and I want all of these pieces to become cohesive. So I think I might pop that onto there because it's going to provide a barrier between the two and link everything together. And the lace will look good from either direction, so even if it's poking through, because that's the headache, isn't it, when you're working with a transparent surface. You have to think about the front and the back as you're working. There we are. Just give that a little bit of a trim. And give that a little bit of a trim. pop that into there. That's looking quite cool, quite cool. There we are. So let's just keep this really simple. Hi Sophie. There we are. Let's pop that so at least the imagery is facing the right way. And I know I've got my bow upside down, which will irritate me because that's just life. There we are. So let's see what else we've got. We're going to pop that onto there. Little corset will fill that gap quite nicely. Pop that into there. Let's just grab there we are. That says inspiration. And we can pop that little rose onto there with, if I can see it, my glue gel. There we are. Okay, so that can go onto there. That can go there. Hey, I like it when a plan comes together. Is that one enjoying the pile behind me? She says. There we are. So we have another 2 of these. We're not. Let's just make sure that I have cut these to a good size. Get that up the right way. As I say, there are 5 plastic and 6 pages in the thing. So there we are. There we are. So there we are. Let's just get those round the right way. Pop that over there. Pop that over there. So this is a 4.5-inch strip from the papers, cut at 6.5. There we are. And that's the remaining piece. So it's really quite economical when it comes to it. So we did that one. We did that one on the bottom. So there we are. So let's just pop that over there. Pop that over there. Right. Eeny meeny. We've got all sorts of gubbins in every which direction. We don't need it all out. It's very unreasonable to have everything out. So let's go for the archival ink because it's showing up better on the craft card, and we'll swap to the distress photo for the next bit. Okay, so there we are. And of course you could do these the same. You know, I was just trying desperately not to be wasting masses and masses of paper, or not, maximising the sizes of my offcuts as much as anything else, because by using up the pieces like this, I'm still going to have paper left, but that's fine. We might well do an exploding box at some point with that. There we are. So more distress photo. Distress oxide. I might definitely prefer the oxides for blending than the distress inks themselves. There we are. And this one I'm going to just pop down completely. There we are. So let's just pop that over there. It's a collaged paper, so it won't matter with text going in the wrong directions. Let's stick to the original plan. There we are. There we are. Oops. And let it go down. There we go. Okay. So let's just grab. Let's turn that fire off because I'm now cooking. And let's just cut another piece of that white watercolour card. So an A5 card, cut into 2 at 10.5 centimetres. Should work quite nicely. Has for everything else, so I can see no reason why it won't again. There we are. And of course all these inserts can be mixed and matched, because when you're adding stuff to the outside you just do need to think about it before you happily move stuff about. Right, so let's just go. We're going to have one there and one there. One there, one there. There we are. Just because that's the way I like it, and it's going to be on the opposite side when it's in the album anyway. There we are. We'll keep to all the same things because that's again makes life easy. There we are. I find that some of the text stamps probably my most used set of stamps, and little leaves add again because they all work for so many different things. It just makes life easy, and you don't then need to buy them for every collection because a rose leaf can be any form of leaf that you want, so that's also cool. You might add this now as a pocket. There we are. And we're going to do a couple more of the. Tell you what, we might do the cover. There we are. So that will be a pocket. Just wipe off the outside. Hi Heidi, welcome my darling. Welcome, welcome. Oops, she says. That was wetting, sliding over there, but that's okay. Okay. So let's just. There we are. Okay. So I did the pages, the canvas pages last week, so they're there. So I was wanting to do something just a little bit different, and as I say, I did have a play, and there we are. And that's so that you didn't have to watch me doing all 5 of these, so you could watch me do all 5 if you really wanted to. Don't worry, Margaret, don't worry, we all have lives and they can be busy. So I've got this one I've set as a pocket. Let me see, because I put one of these on the outside, didn't I? Let's just take a little bit of a doily. Yeah, that's going to look pretty, isn't it? So let's just not put too much glue on these, because There we are, just use what you have. There we are. That can go there, that can go there. And we might have this one also as a pocket. That's reasonably upright. There we are. It's my own fault for chopping the packet into the lid the other day. But hey ho. There we are. Okay. And we'll clean up the icky sticky mitts because that's just what we've got. There we are. So that gives me a little bit of a pocket. That's going to be too big, but that might go in there. On the other hand, it might be too big, but it seems to me to work quite nicely in there. But let's see what else we've got lurking. That might be better. It will take up less space. There we are. It's the same, I think. So let's just pop that in at a little jaunty angle. And that one can go in there, a little jaunty angle. There we are. Let's just pop that over there. Let's move those out of the way. There we are. Do we want to add a piece of that underneath there? Or why not? Let's just chop a little piece of that off. Aha! So it's amazing how much you can actually use if you have a little look around your stash. There we are. So yes, I've got a little pocket there. I don't have to use it as a pocket if I don't want to. Let's just tuck you properly underneath there. There we are. It's just adding just an extra layer of interest onto there. So use what you have in your stash. There we are. So that piece can go on there. That piece can go on in there because we're taking our dimensional embellishments and then we're putting them on the outside. Okay, don't you worry. So I'm going to add a little layer of lace. Be careful not to open your pocket when you do that. Hello Miriam, welcome my darling. There we are. I haven't seen Sarah Marchant bob in. She said she was coming. I don't know if someone could tag her. That would be lovely. There we are, and I'm just going to pop that so it's pointing to the outside. Let's just pop that piece of that over there. Put that up to there. Grab my fabric scissors. Hello Marisol, welcome. Has the winter weather arrived in Andorra yet? There we are. Okie dokie. So having popped those in there, we might have set ourselves just a little bit, potentially, of a little bit of a challenge, and that's fine. Let's see what we've got that we can add in. Get that straight, otherwise that will irritate me. So I think we might just pop that there. Where are my rub-ons? Because I've got some nice rub-ons here. So this is definitely about mix and matching for the collection. Do I want to add that? I think I'm going to add those going down there. So let me just chop off the bit I don't need, because I can keep that if I don't take the back off it for another project. It is rain. It absolutely is. And you're not the only person who's had problems with the internet. Poor Joan, who is such a lovely viewer of my lives, has also struggled today. She's had a big black ring of doom. Oh yeah, so that is just literally a set of rub-ons. Let's just squash them down onto there. They will stick to the plastic. There we go. Have we all come off? No, but there we are. So that's just that will work. So just a bit of a floral. Let me see if we've got, there we are. So that's the ephemera as opposed to the paper. The papers are double-sided, so it makes it easier for placing because you've got nice stuff elsewhere. There we are. So let's just pop that onto there. That will work quite nicely. And then let's just tuck that into there. Yeah, I think a few people might have had problems because I've got relatively few people watching, which is unusual for me. There we are. Okie dokie. I think we'll pop that onto there. Actually, why not? Why have that? Let's just pop a little heart, I think, onto there. These are all the pieces I painted the other week. There we are. We've still got quite a few of them. Let's just tuck that there. Let's get rid of that glue that's squidged out, because it's a pain. So let's pick up the let's go to Dreamland. There we are. There. Okie dokie. Yeah, that won't matter that it's hanging off the side, but it's not going to look so very elegant. So let's just chop those off there without opening the packet, because that wouldn't be good. There we are. And let's see what we've got. I think we might, yeah, just have that little tag at a wonky angle. There we are. That will work. No, don't want to have so much glue lurking. It's all going to squidge, but that's okay. We'll worry about that. We'll just grab a paper towel, clean paper towel, and have a little bit of a mop. There we are. Get rid of the excess glue that I splidged on. These are these. So these come from the 8 by 8 inch paper pad. Yeah. Big. Hello, Renee. Welcome, my darling. Welcome, welcome. I do think some of the internet servers might be misbehaving there, mightn't they? Given we've now got 2 people saying that they can't see what we're up to. I'm aware that I haven't put a piece of lace on here, so let's sort that for uniformity now. And that's okay. I'm going to pop it there. because it's then not going to interfere with my hole. There we are. Put that there. So we're adding all of our elements, keeping things to look as similar as we possibly can, or at least cohesive. That might interfere with that page, but hey ho, there we are. There we are. Okay. So let's just grab what we have. Let's see what we've got. That's too big. Don't want that. Don't want that. It's quite like a little flower, I think. Oh, that will work. There's a little moth sitting there, but that's all right. There we are. This is definitely an album with lots of texture. Let me squidge half of that off on my mat so we don't have. There we are. That's up there, that's up there. Let's just pick. Yes, piece of that. There we are for the moment. Okay, so I know I have 3 more fabric pages to do, but I can do that. They're essentially the same as the ones I did last week, so I have added some florals. But let us grab our cover, because I'd quite like the cover to have a little bit more interest than it currently does. So let's go back to that technique that I used last week. There we are. Those can go down on the floor. That can go over there. This cover is of course now dry. So let's just have a little clear down of some of the mess, because we've got so much stuff around me that you can't see. Yeah. Okay. So let's just take some creamy white acrylic, another dauber. Right, let's go up and to the left. There we are. And pop that in there, and up and to the right even. There we are. We'll not get out any embossing ink today. There we are. That's very soft on there, and that's going to go round that way. Let's add some more. Oh, she's like, really? Did I really want to give a big splodge on there? No! Hey! Here we are. Up and to the left. So it's just going to soften that brown. Let's get that over there and over there. And I would repeat this on the pages, but I'm going to do, I think I will do those off camera at some point. There we are. Excellent. Good. That can go over there. That can go over there. Right. So I want to add something into here that's going to add some different imagery, some different spacing and some different interests onto here. It's interesting because on my phone I can absolutely see what's going on. And on my computer we've got a spinning wheel of doom. I don't like spinning wheels of doom, but hey ho. So let's just take a paper. Hi Betty. Yeah, it's driving people mad, I think, today. So let's just take this. And we're going to add a pocket. So that requires me to have a bit of a brain. Brains are dangerous. But, so, 22 centimetres. So let's chop that in. Let's go 21. And then I want to make it as a pocket. So let's go, actually let's go 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go 24 by 4. There we are. Okay. Thank you, my darling. Right. So let's go 3 inches tall. Actually, let's take it from there because then I can leave that as a whole piece. So actually we'll make it 8, 9, 10, 11. The reason for that will become clear. Okay. So I'm going to score that. One centimetre. Two centimetres. Three centimetres. Because this is going to give me a nice pocket. Okay, so I need 3 centimetres at each end. So I need this piece now cut to 26 centimetres. So let's cut that to there. There we are. And then we can cut this. Score this at 1 centimetre. 2 centimetres, 3 centimetres, one centimetre. Would help, of course, if I took the album out of the way, wouldn't it? So it wasn't on the wonk, but hey ho. There we are. 1 centimetre, 2 centimetres, 3 centimetres. There we are. Okay. So, I'm going to fold mountain, valley, mountain, mountain, valley, mountain. So I've got a wobbly bit. Yep. And I'm not bothered about bits poking out at the edges, so I'm just going to make my life much easier by chopping out these corners. But you could do a fancy fold into these corners if you want, but it's really not going to be an issue. There we are. So we're going to go mountain, valley, mountain. Excellent. Okay. It's always a bit of fun at this point. There we are. So I'm going to tuck that into there, reinforce that. I've tucked it in to there. Yeah, so it's on the last piece of here. Let's do it that way. There we are. Into there, and that's now going to give me an expandable pocket. I don't know what my phone's computer is doing, but hey ho, misbehaving. There we are. Doesn't take much to be misbehaving, doesn't it? Yeah. She says. And how can I see? Oh, that's what I do with my red liner tape. So now I can pop some tape onto that. Some tape onto that. If Kay's still watching, she'd probably have 50 fits at the way I do that, but Kay Hugirutta is just the queen of doing fancy folds, whereas I'm Mr. Wing It. There we are. Let's just get rid of those white edges. There we are. And find a pokey tool, because otherwise, or a knife as the case may be. There we are. Ooh. Still got wet paint on there, but hey ho, we'll have wet paint no doubt on our pieces. We'll give this a blast in a minute. There we are. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to tuck this in. I've got fabric lines, so there we are. So I now have myself a wee little pocket, and I could do more photo mats if I wanted to. That will work quite happily. But actually, I've got 1, 2. Got lots of tags and things I can pop into here. Yeah. So we might just leave those like that, but that now looks very boring. So there we are. So let's just add some of that lace. You notice that I'm keeping all of my products are the same throughout the whole piece, intentionally. So I've got a cohesive piece. There we are, that can go onto there. There we are. Quite like that onto there. Don't know that I'd want to necessarily add a lot of small pieces, but let's see what we've got tucked to go under here, because I've put so many pieces into there. I think I might. Let's just see what we've got. Let's see what we've got. There. So that's what we're going to do. We've got a piece of paper from the collection. That's from the 8-inch collection. There we are. They are nice corsets, Betty. They absolutely are. Now I just need to be aware when I'm adding the glue that I don't want it to squidge up onto there. So for this piece, because this is a piece of ephemera, I am literally just going to score with my knife through there, so I can leave that backing on at the top, take that backing off, so I've got one flat and one not, and that way I haven't it's not going to stick down, and that pocket will hold yeah, will quite happily hold a couple more photo mounts for me if I want to, decorated or not. So it's a big pocket, yeah. So lots of different pieces can go into there, and more even so, yeah. So let me think. And I am going to pop that onto there. Approximately in the middle. There we are. That will work. Oh, put the correct lid on would really help, ladies, because of course it will. Thank you, Betty. Thank you, thank you. That can go in there. And then we need something to go onto here. And I'm not too sure really what I want to do on there, but let me have, we might keep here relatively simple. Well, I think that will work. So let me just take all of my bits. I don't want this layer to be dimensional because there's quite a lot of bulk going into this here anyway. There we are. That over there. So these are just ways of being able to extend what you have. Yeah, because I haven't used, although I'm going to have quite a big bulky journal, I won't have used masses and masses and masses of paper pieces. There we are. So that can go there. Let's just give that. Thank you, Sophie. There we are. We can go there. Do I want to add a piece of lace? I might want to add a piece of lace, but I might not. So let me just pop those over there, because I've got a real pile of rubbish on the floor. Well, none of it's rubbish actually, but there we are. So let's see what else we have left from here. We've got lots of ephemera left. There we are. So I think that might work there with that. onto there. So that, again, I don't want that all to sit down, because I want to be able to tuck something under there potentially. So let us just carve through that top layer. That's the bit I want to keep. That's the bit that can go. So that can go there. And yes, absolutely. So let's just give that one a little bit of a little inky ink, not with the archival, although to be fair, the archival is possibly better because now I can't find, oh there it is, because the ephemera have a slick surface, so the distress inks will move a little bit on them. They're not completely slick, but they definitely are slicker than glass things. So let's just fish this onto here. Oh dear, listen to that weather. There we are. So that can go onto there. Oh, I think that will work. Do I want to add a little bit of lace? I think that's going to look quite nice, isn't it? So let's just, and the lace is then going to anchor things down. There we are. Go onto there. Let's just pop one of those onto there. Right, let us have a little humongous clean up of the mess, because we do have gubbins every which way. Not that you can see gubbins every which way, I hasten to add. There we are. Well, I'm glad it's been so shiny for you, because it's been flipping awful here. It's been anti-cyclonic gloom, apparently, is the term for it. Anyway, who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? There we are. That's that one. That's that one. We need a little word sticker, don't we? So let's take, oh, that says thank you. Let's go, we don't want thank you. Let's go the story for the front. There we are, that can go there. Let's go love story for there. There we are, excellent. Oh, some makes a huge difference. So I know I still have the fabric pages that I prepped earlier to do, but that's fine. Oh, we've got another one of those. So this page we did last week. Let's just add a pocket onto there. We have a fabric page, would help if you put it in up the correct way, wouldn't it? There we are, one. Oh, she says. So that can go there. So I will decorate that one off live. That can go in there. I will decorate that one off live. And I will add some of these little flowers. I've got little flowers here, but when these are dry, and I will decorate that one off live. So this will be, by the time I have added some of these little florals in here and done these pages, our finished album. So hopefully you've enjoyed. Oh dear, Margaret, and we're literally just finishing, my darling, because I'm going to go and sort out what the gas engineering was saying to my lovely husband. But I'm hopeful that I've got heating and some hot water. I will take some photographs, obviously, and we'll share them probably at some point in the week. In the meantime, I have a Alter Ego meets Steampunk Christmas make planned for next Tuesday for Pentart. So please, in a world of madness, remember to be kind to each other, and I will see you, I think, next Tuesday. Bye bye.